When 16-year-old Joy is buried with her beloved phone, her family thinks it's a final goodbye until chilling WhatsApp messages begin arriving from her number. But one message stands out. It says, "They made me sign with my blood." What follows unearths a hidden secret that even the dead couldn't stay silent about. Sit tight, because Joy still speaks, and her story is one you won't forget. It was a quiet Saturday morning in a city called Green Hills. The birds were singing, the sun was rising, and everyone was getting ready for the big burial. Her name was Joy. She was only 16, and she had died in her sleep 3 days ago. Nobody knew what caused it. Her parents said she was fine the night before. She even posted a photo on her WhatsApp status at 8:02 p.m., smiling and wearing a yellow wrapper. Then by morning, she was gone. Joy was loved by everyone. She was the type of girl that greeted elders with respect, helped small children cross the road, and even danced during teenagers' fellowship in church. Her death shook the whole community where she lived with her parents. People whispered that it was spiritual. Others said it was just her time. Before the funeral, her younger brother, Monday, stood beside her coffin. He was only 9, and his eyes were full of tears. "Can I put her phone in the coffin?" he asked their mother, pointing at the small black phone Joy always carried. His mother nodded slowly. "She loved that phone too much," she whispered. So, they placed the phone gently beside her, wrapped in a white lace. Joy was buried that same day under the big mango tree in their compound. The community cried and sang. What they didn't know was that something had followed them back into the house. What happened next shook everyone. That night, strange things began to happen. Around 11:47 p.m., Joy's mother's phone beeped. It was a WhatsApp message from Joy's number. Nobody could believe it. The message read, "It's cold. Why did you leave me here?" Monday couldn't sleep. He missed his sister so much. He kept thinking about how she used to sing for him at night and help him with homework. Her voice still echoed in his head. Their house in Grenell felt too quiet. Too empty. But then the message came. Joy's mother screamed when she saw it. "Hey! Who is playing with my mind?" she shouted, throwing the phone on the floor. Joy's father rushed into the room. "What is it?" he asked, eyes wide. Joy's mother pointed at the screen. Joy's name was right there. Her profile picture hadn't changed. It was still the same one she posted before she died, her in a yellow wrapper, smiling with red lipstick. And right under her name was the message. "It's cold. Why did you leave me here?" Joy's father picked up the phone with shaking hands. It must be a mistake, maybe someone has her SIM card. But how? They had buried the phone with Joy. Joy's mother began to cry again. "Maybe we shouldn't have buried that phone with her. I didn't know this would happen." "Ah. My daughter." Monday, who had been peeking from the door, ran to his mother and hugged her. "Maybe Joy is just trying to say goodbye." Joy's father shook his head. "The dead do not text." The darkness filled the house like smoke. The light bulb gave a soft buzz, then silence. Monday held Joy's mother tightly. Joy's father stood near the window, holding the phone like it was a ticking bomb. But at exactly 12 a.m., another message came. This one was short. "I'm not alone. If you're still here, stay with me. What you're about to hear next will make your skin crawl." Joy's mother began to whisper a prayer. "God, please. This is my child. She loved you. What is happening?" Joy's father tried to be strong. "It might be network warala. Maybe someone is using her number somehow. Network providers can do strange things sometimes." But deep down, he was afraid. Monday sat down on the floor. His small hands were shaking. "Do you think Joy is really texting us?" he asked. Joy's mother didn't answer. She just looked at the phone again. Joy's WhatsApp status had changed. Nobody touched her phone. Nobody could have. But her status now read, Number 13. Don't let them forget. What does that mean? Joy's father asked. Number 13. Monday whispered. Is that her seat number in school? Joy's mother gasped. No, it was her hostel room number. A cold wind blew through the window, even though it was tightly shut. The curtain moved like someone was walking past it. Then, the phone lit up again. A new WhatsApp message popped up, this time, a video. From Joy's number. Joy's father hesitated, then tapped play. The screen showed a dimly lit room. It looked like a hostel. 5 girls stood in a circle, their faces half covered. One of them stepped forward, holding something wrapped in black cloth. Then Joy's voice came in, shaky but clear. I don't want to join. Please, I just want to leave. Another girl responded, her voice cold. It's too late. You know the secrets. You enter room 13, you don't walk out. Behind the camera, a soft, eerie chant could be heard. It wasn't loud, but it carried a weight like smoke on skin. Joy's mother let out a sharp cry. Jesus! Joy's father paused the video, his hands trembling. The screen showed a dimly lit room. It looked like a hostel. 5 girls stood in a circle, their faces half covered. One of them stepped forward, holding something wrapped in black cloth. Then Joy's voice came in, shaky but clear. I don't want to join. Please, I just want to leave. Another girl responded, her voice cold. It's too late. You know the secrets. You enter room 13, you don't walk out. Behind the camera, a soft, eerie chant could be heard. It was faint, almost like humming, but it made the skin crawl. It was a sound that didn't belong in any normal school hostel. Joy's mother let out a sharp cry. Jesus! Joy's father paused the video, his hands trembling. This isn't just spiritual, he said, his voice hard. This is something real. Monday looked up at him. Did Joy join something bad? Joy's mother began to sob. We should have visited her. I had a feeling, but we were always so busy. They lived in the busy city of Green Hills, a place full of deadlines, traffic, and work stress. They had sent Joy to a private boarding school in another city, just 1 hour away, thinking it was for the best. They only went to drop her off at resumption and pick her up during vacation. Most visiting days? Missed. Calls? Once in a while, through the school line. Needs? Sent straight to her student account. They had been parenting from a distance, trusting the school system to do what only they should have done. And now their child, their bright and beautiful Joy, had been dragged into something dark, alone. Another video came in and started playing on its own. But this one felt different. A soft whisper floated in, low but clear. Joy's voice. If anything happens to me, please send this to my family. I don't think I'll survive much longer. They made me sign with my blood. The way she spoke felt like her spirit was still speaking, somewhere between the land of the living and the dead, finding a way to tell the truth through the phone she was buried with. Monday gasped. She knew she was going to die. Joy's mother clutched her chest. Oh my God! Joy! Joy's father turned the phone off and stood up. I need to go to that school. It's late, Joy's mother said. Wait till morning. No, his voice cracked. I let too many moments pass already. A strong wind blew again and swept through, rattling the windows and slamming the wardrobe door open. A single sheet of paper fluttered out like a falling leaf and landed right at Monday's feet. He picked it up slowly and gave it to his father. The letter says, Dear Mummy and Daddy, I know you love me. But I wish you visited more. I wanted to tell you about the girls in room 13. I wanted to tell you how they whispered at night and gave me things to drink. I wanted to say no. But I didn't want to be left out or punished. I didn't want to be alone anymore. I joined them. I regret it now. They are planning something bigger. But I think they know I'm scared. I think they know I want to leave. If anything happens to me, please don't let this happen to another girl. Tell Monday I love him. Tell him to stay kind. With love. Joy? By the time Joy's father lowered the paper, his face was soaked with tears. He thought of all the nights he had worked late. All the weekends he had promised to call and didn't. All the visiting days they missed. And now it was too late. Or maybe not. He picked up the phone and dialed the school principal, but he didn't pick up. Then he looked at his wife. No more excuses. We're going to find out what really happened in room 13. The next morning came too slowly. Joy's father didn't sleep. Joy's mother didn't speak much. Monday sat in a corner, hugging the Bible Joy left behind. By 7 a.m., they were already at the school gate. The city behind them faded as they entered the quiet compound of Brightstone Girls' College. The principal, a tall man with tired eyes, looked shocked to see them. "We're sorry about Joy," he said softly. "She was one of our brightest students." Joy's father didn't respond with pleasantries. He slid the phone across the table. "Watch the videos." The principal stared at the screen. As the clips played, his face changed, first confusion, then fear, then something like shame. "We've heard whispers about a secret group," he admitted. "But the girls deny it every time. We never had proof. Room 13 is just an unused hostel room. Or so we thought. Joy wrote that they meet there. That they threatened her," Joy's mother said, voice firm now. "We trusted you. We left our daughter here." The principal bowed his head. I'm sorry." "No, sir," Joy's father said. "Don't be sorry. Be truthful. How many other girls are in danger?" The principal was quiet. Then he reached for a locked drawer and pulled out a thick file. "There have been incidents. Girls who suddenly changed. One who attempted to run away last term. We handled them quietly. Maybe we shouldn't have." Joy's mother's eyes widened. "You covered it?" "We didn't know it was this serious." Joy's father stood up. "Show me room 13. Room 13 sat in the far corner of the senior hostel block. It was dusty, quiet, and padlocked from the outside. The principal unlocked it with shaking hands. The door creaked open. At first glance, it looked empty. Then Monday stepped in and pointed. "What's that?" In the corner was a low wooden box. Inside it were candles, black cloth, tiny bottles, and a thick notebook. Joy's father picked up the book. Page after page was filled with names, symbols, and oaths, written in red ink. "This is not just childish play," he whispered. On the last page, in Joy's handwriting, were these words. "They said I can't leave. But I already have. I gave my heart to God. I may not live to see you again. But let the truth be known." Joy's mother wept. She tried to come out, she tried to fight. Joy's father turned to the principal. "Your silence killed my daughter." The principal had no words. The police came that afternoon. Room 13 was sealed off. The notebook, videos, and candles were taken as evidence. Investigations began, and one by one, the girls in the video were identified. 3 of them were prefects. One was the daughter of a powerful politician. Everything Joy wrote was true. The media picked up the story. News outlets ran headlines. Secret cult discovered in elite girls' school. Teenager dies trying to escape a ritual group. Parents warned, visit your children. Joy's story became a spark. Parents across the state began showing up on visiting days. Schools introduced stricter monitoring. Counselors were hired. Hostels were checked. But for Joy's parents, it was too late. They sat in her empty room at home, reading her letters again and again. "She wanted us there," her mother whispered. We were too busy being adults. Her father nodded slowly. What's the point of success if your child is silently suffering? Monday missed his sister every day. There were no more messages. The phone stopped lighting up after the police came. But the memory never faded. Joy's parents and brother started a foundation in her name, the Joy Initiative, to counsel boarding school students, train teachers, and hold schools accountable. She died trying to do the right thing, Joy's father would say. Let's make sure no other child dies in silence. My daughter tried to speak when it was already too late, he said. Please, if something is wrong, talk to someone, open up on time. And to every parent watching this story, please don't leave parenting to phone calls and money. Children don't just need school fees. They need your presence. Joy was gone. But her voice still echoed in the hearts of those who finally started listening. Thank you for watching. Subscribe, like, comment and share.